everyone. I'm here with a 2018 Subaru Outback, and this is my fiance's new car. This replaces the 2011 Jetta, and sorry it's a little gray out and a little dark out. Sun's setting a lot earlier now, but I just wanted to go around the car and kind of show you a little bit on what it looks like and how it drives, just give you my first impressions on it. This we got a certified pre-owned here in Michigan where we live, and this car is actually certified pre-owned. Has about 38,000 miles. We've put about 200 miles on it since we got it about 2 weeks ago, and just want to kind of go around. We got some 18-inch rims that are unique to the Touring model, some chrome cladding, chrome door handles, chrome roof rails, and this car has basically every single option that you could possibly get on an Outback for 2018. The Subaru EyeSight system, even has some accessories like remote start. Kind of Subaru has this interesting remote start key fob. It's kind of separate, but it's just got normal fog lights, non-LEDs, but it does have LED swiveling headlights, turn into corners and things like that. But yeah, this is basically as loaded as they get for 2018. 2019 was the last year in this generation, and then 2020 was the redesign. As you can tell, it's in very good shape. It's pretty clean. This car, like I said, 38,000 miles, was a personal lease vehicle for 3 years, and then we just picked this one up. And Tourings are not very common, what I found throughout the country here in the US. It's hard to find them with heated steering wheels. You have to get a top-level Touring in the United States for this generation of Outback in order to get the heated steering wheel. And then you also get this, it's like a caramel mocha colored interior. You can see the door panels and seats. And you have a little light inside each door handle. It's kind of like a little blue and illuminates, so. But it's pretty nice. I mean, the door sounds solid. We test drove a Subaru Forester and found it wasn't quite what we were expecting. Coming from like even a lower cost German car has, like the Jetta, had very solid doors, a very Germanic feel on the highway. But we thought we want something a little more roomy, something we could grow into, something that's more practical, but still drove like a car and not so much like a cookie cutter SUV. So this was something that was kind of like a nice middle ground. It does have like ride height that's kind of on the lower side of SUVs. I don't think there's a sedan that rides this high, but there's not a lot of SUVs that ride lower than this. So you get kind of like the perfect amount of ride height and handling agility. It has plenty of road feel through the steering wheel, surprisingly, and the front end feels pretty light because this is actually a 2.5 liter boxer 4-cylinder with 175 horsepower. So this is not like a 3.6 H6 6-cylinder engine. This is just the 4-cylinder. So apart from that, this car has every option that a 2018 could get. It even has, like I think I could see if I unlock it here, it has these little auto dimming mirrors on the driver and passenger side with like door illumination on the ground as well. That was kind of an option. And then if we go inside, take a look at the cargo area. Power lift gate, which is nice. But looking back here, it's a little dirty because I've been putting my bikes in here. But it's got a cargo shade, which is cool. It's got the Touring floor mats that came standard with the car, but it also has this huge rubberized floor mat that also rubberizes the very back of the seats as well. So when you fold them down, the entire seat back is rubberized, and you can literally just roll a bike right in here, full size 26-inch rim bike, pretty easily. And that's how you shut it right there. Very smooth, very quiet operation. It's a little slow for a liftgate. I know that most cars is about the average speed for a 2018. New ones have been getting faster for that liftgate speed. Looking in the back seat though, it has heated back seats with USB ports. It has auto up and down windows for all 4 doors, which is unique to the Touring. And you just have like a ton of space in here. It's a little dark because it's 5 o'clock and we're past daylight savings time now in November. But as you can tell, tons of room. One of the roomiest you know, lifted wagons, SUVs that you can get. I would consider this a true crossover. It's a crossover between a wagon and an SUV. I mean, most people would say it's a little too high for a wagon, but a little too low for an SUV. I looked up the height, and actually, if you're an Alfa Romeo fan, because I have the Alfa Romeo Giulia, this is the exact same height. I think it's 0.1 inches lower than an Alfa Romeo Stelvio by height, believe it or not. So the Stelvio sits pretty low for an SUV, and so this car is the same height, just longer, and it makes it look a little more like a wagon. But it has over 8 inches of ground clearance. I believe actually over 8.5 inches of ground clearance. And it doesn't really look like that, but I think the thing is that the underbody of the car is pretty much completely flat. There's nothing hanging down too low, because the CVT and the Boxer 4-cylinder are very compact, so you don't really have anything hanging down too far. So it's kind of an advantage from a packaging perspective. But this is in like a blue color as well. So the brown interior, brown leather, with heated front and rear seats, heated steering wheel, and then the blue exterior is a really nice combination. I think it looks really, really good. It looks like a really dark blue when it's like, you know, right now in the what do you call this? The golden hour, I guess. It's not really golden because it's cloudy, but you know, this is a fantastic car. It drives so well. It's actually very touchy. The gas pedal, surprisingly, way more touchy than my Giulia, even in dynamic mode. So let's step inside here and I'll close the door. And it has, I know the steering wheel is kind of turned a little bit, but it's got a really nice steering wheel, nice glow here, gives you a little welcome chime. And when you start it up here, put my foot on the brake, start it up. Has a really nice chime, just kind of like a pleasant, like, hello. Great visibility because these quarter windows are like perfect. You can see right out of the A-pillar perfectly right there. I was noticing, and I looked on the forums, is that all these door switches on the 2018 right here are lighted, but the windows or the lock switch on the passenger side is not lighted, oddly enough. And on the rear window switches are lighted. Some of the other models that were older didn't have lighted lockout switch for the window, I should say. So it's kind of been 2015 and 2015 they were lighted, 2016 it got rid of the light, and then 2017 it brought it back. So it's kind of interesting. I think Subaru tried to save a little cost there, but decided customers wanted the light on the switches. So as you can tell, auto high beams are on right now, so that's why it has the A. 38,872 miles. As you can tell, it doesn't say on miles per gallon, actually 28.8, so it gets pretty good miles per gallon. It's about the same as my Giulia with far less power, but it's also a lifted wagon that weighs a little bit more than the Giulia. As you can tell, it's getting pretty cold here in Michigan. It's 40 degrees, going to be down in the 20s tonight. My good song choice, compass. You can't display the tire pressure in PSI, it's only kilopascals, interestingly enough. I bet there might be some way I can hold a button down or something to change the PSI, but it's not really worth it right now. But overall, you know, auto dimming mirror with home link, compass, shows like your airbag status right there, if it focuses. Yeah, and then I got a sunroof, which is just a normal size sunroof right here. Nothing too fancy, but still an upgrade over the 2011 Jetta. And so far, my fiance is really liking this car. She really is happy about it. She likes the way it drives. And it chimes 3 times when you get out of the car with the keys and the car's still on. As you can tell, it idles pretty good. Honestly, for the Boxer engine, I think this has got to be one of the smoothest applications of the Boxer 4-cylinder. It's just, you know, it's just ticking away very lightly. Pretty much sounds normal. It has port fuel injection, so this is not a direct fuel injection car. Does not have engine start-stop. Does not have any fancy gear selector. Doesn't have turbocharging. So it's kind of a plain old simple car that's going to get pretty good miles per gallon. Like I said, about 28 to 29 miles per gallon, all-wheel drive, and It's super safe. That was one of the reasons why we got it. Subarus are some of the safest cars out there. So honestly, you can't argue with it. It's a great car. It's practical. It's supposed to be reliable, and obviously over the next 5 to 7 years that my fiance has this car, I'll keep you updated on it. And you know, as we go through with it, hopefully it'll continue to serve us well. So if you have any questions about this 2018 Outback Touring, just let me know in the comments section below. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Have a great one. Bye.